Hey Scott, it was nice talking to you the other day. You know, every once in a while, someone will submit an idea to me, and I look at it, and I'm thinking to myself, I love this idea, but the bottom line is the market's going to be really small. And what do you do with that when you love an idea, but it's pretty small, it's a niche market, and I'm thinking, But this goes to show you, what do I know? Because the very next day, there's an article, front page in the Wall Street Journal, on this problem and solution. That just goes to show you, when you're submitting to the guys, I don't care who it is, you know, you have to do your own homework. You have to understand. You have to be the expert, and don't listen to other people, because they're going to steer you wrong. You need to be the expert, because I think I'm pretty good at this, but at the end of the day, I don't try to, tell you, forget about it or kick it to the curb or whatever, because I just don't know. But I know how to get there. I know how to get to the right people. I know what to say. I know how to position it. I know all those things. But do I know if I see a good idea or not? No, I don't. I can tell you what I like, but I can't tell you if it's going to be a good idea or not. I don't have the crystal ball. No one has. So Scott shows me this product, and I'm going to show you here, because he sent, Scott, good job. You sent me so many different things. Look at this here. Cute dog. Right? This is the deal, everybody. Animals, your pets, they're a part of the family. You love them. And sure enough, when you get a little old, something happens, you want to take care of them, right? And I love animals. I've got cats. I love I used to have a lot of dogs. And you really care about an animal. And when your animal starts to age, or maybe it cannot use the legs, or it has an accident, there's a lot of products out there, and I didn't realize how many there were, Scott, wheelchairs for dogs and animals. I mean, wheelchairs for animals. Who would have thought? But there are a lot of animals that cannot use their back legs. And so there's a lot of companies that produce wheelchairs for dogs. I mean, not just a few. There's a lot of them. And I was amazed at how many, Scott, there were. In fact, I even called one. They're so nice. People that do this, it's a labor of love, everyone. And so sure enough, I called, who did I call? Dewey's Wheelchairs for Dogs. And I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was such a kind person. And he started developing these wheelchairs for dogs because I think he saw a need, and the ones that were out there weren't made very strong. But what's really amazing, there's all these other wheelchairs for dogs all around the world. There's these small little companies that make these wheelchairs for dogs and for animals. And I guess Dr. Parks, he actually invented this about 30 years ago. And so I asked him, how big a business is this? And he says he's a one-man operation, so it's not really big. And he says he advertises in dog fancy and animal wellness. That's because I asked him, I said, how do people find you? And they find him through the internet, of course, but through these magazines where he advertises in. So I asked him, I said, look, have you ever seen this product that Scott has? Because Scott has something completely different than everybody else's, where they have this kind of a wheelchair that attaches to the hind legs or the back quarters of an animal. He's got this electronic, wheelchair. It says, designed for pets that can no longer use their legs to get around old age. The Pet Rider gives handicapped animals the freedom of mobility again. That's right. Your animal, you strap him in there. He's done such a wonderful job, too. I'm going to show you part of the video. The video is a little long, Scott. It goes on. And the music, you want to cry. I mean, it's a great video, but it's a little long because you have so many bells and whistles. This is a Cadillac. This thing does everything. It's got lights. It's got a remote control. It's got a ramp. It's got a pad there in case your animal has to relieve itself. It's got everything. You haven't missed a thing, Scott. I'm very, very impressed. So I asked this gentleman at Dewey's, what does he think about this? And he thought it was actually remarkable. He had never seen anything like it, which is a good thing. And he did say that people will spend a lot of money on their pets. Okay, so we know that. We also know that Guess what? It was in the Wall Street Journal. Here it is, right here. And it's called "A New Set of Wheels Can Improve a Dog's Life, Too." So it's amazing. And in fact, what was really great about this, page 14. I love reading the paper. You never know what you're going to find. You guys, look at that. That's a big article for this problem that I thought was so small. Okay, so anyway, let's watch the video. Before we start the video, I want to say one last thing. Scott, there's a lot of companies to call. Number one, I would call all the companies that are producing these wheelchairs for animals. And there's a lot of them. There's ones called Eddie's Wheel, Canine Carts, Walking Wheels, Dog Carts. There's all these. You can find them. It's so easy to find them. Just type in wheelchairs for animals. I would contact all those guys. But recognize they don't do anything with electronics. So that could be an issue. You know, these guys, you know, So at least I'd call them first. And then the next people I would call are probably the guys that make those wheelchairs for people. Right? The electronic wheelchairs, I'd call those guys first and show them what you have. They're going to be easy to find, and show them for animals. And maybe they want to go in that area. The problem is they have electronic wheelchairs for of course, humans, but now you want them to do it for pets. I don't know if that's the best fit, but I would call them anyway. You'd never know. So let's watch your video.
The purpose of this video is to demonstrate the first powered wheelchair for pets. It's called Pet Rider. And here's my beautiful wife Estelle.
I'll tell you, when I first saw this video, two things happened. It broke my heart. The music, how you feel about your animal, especially when the animal's injured. I think it's great. I think it could be shortened a little bit. You make a point of really drawing at the heart, you know, your heart there. So you've done that, but it's still a little long. You've got so many bells and whistles. This is a Cadillac. I cannot imagine. Scott, number one, you did a fantastic job, because I can tell you love this animal, and you love animals, period. You might have over-designed it, maybe, in my mind, because, trust me, what you did is remarkable. I would also think about designing another one that's a little streamlined, or what do you call it when you got a Cadillac and you got a VW? You've got a Cadillac that does everything. You might want to design even a VW, because at the end of the day, you know, you have to be aware of people's pocketbooks. So I always have to, you know, think of high end, low end, Cadillac, VW. That's my only comment. Call all those companies that are designing the wheelchairs. They're all around the world. I didn't recognize how big it actually was. Also, I would show this to people in the pet industry and get their testimonials. You might be able to take special orders for this at some of the clinics, some of the pet, you know, some of the doctors, or even go to Petco. I even show it to Petco and see what they say. But at the end, it's very expensive. It's not going to be for everybody, but people love their pets. So Scott, keep going. Thank you for sending that in to me. This one I really did enjoy. Thank you very much.